If you're not spending your time, money, and energy with anything, you in trouble. Nobody taking the time. Nobody taking my time. How you ain't spending a dime? We here with table 55, huh? Nobody taking the time. Nobody taking my time. How you ain't spending a dime? We here with table 55, huh?
And we are live with 55. Welcome back, everybody. That first episode of ours was pretty raw, I can't lie. It was not much structure to it. We didn't really tap in with why we're here, with what our goals are for this podcast. And, you know, I feel like that needs to be touched upon for this podcast right here, for this episode right here, because, you know, we wanna allow you guys to be inside of our minds and kind of get a feel for what we're trying to display and what we're trying to give you guys. And first and foremost, I just want to say shout out Vicky. Vicky's one of our co-workers at Stoke, and the whole reason why the podcast is named Table 55 is because of her. And for those of you that do not know, 55 is a booth at Stoke, and a lot of good things have happened there, a lot of great times, and they continue to happen there. And like I've said before, it's nothing short of a good time. So that is what we want to bring to this podcast. We have a lot of great personalities that are going to be coming on in the next coming weeks, whole bunch of diversity, and I hope you guys are excited for it. You know
I know
what I'm saying?
I know I am.
I know, right? I'm super excited. And shout out Harp, too. Maybe during this podcast, we'll give him a little call. Who knows?
Yeah. You guys will hear a little something from Harp.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Missing link.
Yes, sir. So, my whole idea and our whole idea behind this podcast is really just to bring a good vibe to the world, because there's too much negativity in the world. There's too much bad stuff going on in the world and not a lot of love. And we want to give everybody that is willing to support us a platform to also expose themselves to you guys, because there's a lot of interesting people, like I said, that want to come on here and talk to us and talk to you guys about, you know, what they're doing with themselves and how they've gotten to where they are, and, you know, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, we have a nice, lovely city with a lot of lovely people with a lot of different ideas, different things they got going for them, a lot of entrepreneurs and people willing to shine. We want to start sort of a platform in a way. You know, we want to do our thing, but we want to also bring other people along with us. Yeah,
because this is a journey, and there's a lot of people that want to be involved for the journey, and it would be wrong of us to not allow them to be here with us, especially if they're going to show us support. So in the next coming weeks, I hope you guys are excited, because there's going to be a lot of personalities, and there's going to be a lot of people on here that hopefully intrigue you, and you can start to tap in with them on, you know, their aspects and what they do and what they're good at. And I hope everybody's excited, because I know we are. I'm super excited.
For sure. A lot of people inspired us to be here.
I know, like Kiani, Prince J, you know what I'm saying?
Prince J.
Shout out Kiani, because, you know, Prince J was the one that brought it up to me originally. I had always wanted to do a podcast, and he was like, the best thing to do is just to get used to hearing your own voice and actually doing it. And, you know, hearing that at first, I was like, you know, I don't really know. You know, hearing my own voice is kind of weird, and it's still taking me a little to get used to. But after this one night when we all went out and we were at PJ Wellhands, and me, you, and Harp were just sitting there just talking, having a good time, vibing.
Amazing.
You know what I'm saying? Having
Vonti too.
Yeah, Vonti too. The server was interacting with us and shit, and Kiani was just like, yo, you guys are entertaining as hell. You guys need to start something. Do something. Get yourselves out there. Expose yourselves to the public.
People need to hear you.
Yeah, exactly. It's like we bring too much to the table behind closed doors for it to not be exposed and shown to everybody that is willing to watch it. So that's kind of why we're here. You know, me and Harp had always talked about starting a podcast, and then, you know, as we were talking about it, Scotty got involved as well, and he showed interest, and I was like, you know, there's no better trio to do this than us three.
Yeah, we're very go-getter type people.
Different personalities, you know what I'm saying? All three of us bring a different aspect of a podcast to this podcast. There's a lot of people from our realms that will start to indulge themselves in this because of us three being on one platform together. And I'm excited because, you know, there's just a lot that needs to be said. There's a lot that needs to be shown, and we're going to do that. And I really am excited to get this going, because I have a lot of plans, and I know you have a lot of plans for it. And there's just, you know, a lot that needs to go into this, and it will take time, but, you know.
Like all good things.
Yeah, all good things take time. And we're obviously going to be, you know, the ups and downs of starting this stuff and getting into content creation. You know, we're still new to this, but I'm excited.
Yeah, I feel like we have a very good niche for it.
Yeah.
I personally am one of those people who just doesn't care to embarrass myself or do things out of the ordinary just to make someone smile, man.
Yeah,
Like,
just to make somebody laugh.
or say what everyone's thinking just because everyone's afraid to say it, whatever the case may be. We want to be a sort of outlet for people and want you to be able to tune in at any given point and be like, wow, they just made me feel a little better. Or maybe you learned something. Or maybe we learned something from you.
Yeah.
Equal give and take.
Hell
That's
yeah.
it.
Because there's going to be, there's going to be times when we're on the podcast and, there's a lot of really like serious things that are being talked about, and likewise with a lot of funny things and a lot of joking around and goofing off and stuff like that. So we just want to bring it all to the table and expose it because, I feel like that's what makes a good podcast, when you don't limit yourself and you go after it and you get multiple people on and you talk about this, that, and the third. Because when you start to do that, it starts to broaden the spectrum and a lot more people will start to get indulged in it. And, I'm nothing but excited for it.
Yeah, here we are. Got some good guests coming in. Like I said, we live in a nice city with a lot of different environments, different people. And the whole theme of Table 55 is that no matter where we are, Table 55 is there.
Yeah.
And so we'll take it to different places like what I got on right here, Rival Sports Bar.
Yeah.
You'll see that eventually.
Hopefully, yeah. We will see Rivals. We got a walking bucket right here on my body as well. Shout out Mike. We're going to have him on here and have you guys, what I'm saying, hopefully tap in with his clothing brand. There's a lot of good stuff over there.
It's great people, man.
Yeah, it really
Absolutely
is.
great people that need to be heard and seen, and we want to be a platform for that.
Yeah. When we first were sitting down talking about this a little while ago, I kind of was just like, I had my doubts. I was like, I don't know. I was like, I'm kind of nervous, but I'm also kind of excited because the more I think about it, I'm like, we do have the possibility to just explode. And I'm hoping and I'm praying that you guys feel that way as well, because I know that even off camera, I can sit down with a lot of people that want to watch this podcast and they're already intrigued. Like, I can sit there and talk about just my life and you can talk about your life and people will listen to us.
Yeah, we're very young.
Yeah, and I don't have a problem, telling you guys and telling the public, what I've been through, what I do, and how I go about my days, and the growth that I've had as an individual, and where I'm at in my life. And I know he does not care either.
I'm an open book.
Yeah,
what you
that's
see
what I'm
is what
saying.
you get with me, man. You'll learn as we go.
As we go on, you'll start to understand, like, yeah, these motherfuckers really just do not care. It is a good time because we're going to be entertaining. We're going to be real. Hopefully that we can teach you guys some stuff. And, I get that we're a little on the younger side, but that doesn't mean that we can't teach you guys some life lessons that we've personally been through. And even if you guys have had those life lessons or your own life lessons that you've had to, go through and work through, sometimes it's good to hear what we've done and how we've either fucked up or how we've done the right thing. And from that, it'll only help. It'll help us too when we're talking about it, because it'll put things into perspective and we'll be like, damn, that was not how we should have done that, but I'm glad that we did it that way.
I ain't doing that again, that's for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Learn that lesson. We want to be a sort of like a therapy almost. It's a good outlet.
Yeah. We want to kind of like, I'm trying to look for like the phrase to like decide. We kind of just want to like.
I feel like you got it. It's like a therapy session, but
yeah.
it's like a
therapy session, but all you guys do is watch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like you'll resonate with what we're saying, and
Yeah.
it'll hit. You'll be like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
And hopefully it makes you laugh, makes you smile. Whatever it may be. I'm excited for it.
Yeah. So I'll start this off right here about a little bit about us. I mean, you got a little taste there, but me personally, grew up in Easton, born, raised here, Easton Hospital.
Yes, sir.
Easton Hospital, now St. Luke's Hospital. That shows you young OG in the cut. You guys can decide on that, but, two parents, obviously, both had me at a very young age. Dad was like 20, mom was about 18. So shout out to mom, single mom.
Yep.
Dad was there, obviously.
Shout out all the single moms too.
Yeah.
We love you.
I have so much love for y'all. Nancy Ann. Shout out Nancy Ann.
Yo.
Bar mama.
Yes, sir.
She looks out, bro. She brought my bank account from negative to a positive. When I needed it most. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Bro had rent due and a negative. Yo. We'll get to that. But yeah, born, raised here. Grew up Easton Area High School. We met in Wilson. Life was pretty great for the most part. Grew up with get a little serious for a second, but I grew up with a a little bit of a rough background. Parents were young, so obviously they still had a lot to learn in having me at 19, 18, and 20. So think about being like 20 years old, still learning about life, and you're not even fully grown adult.
Yeah, it's like
And
us having a kid right now.
Yeah, I would have a kid that's, what, 4,
Yeah.
5 right now?
Yeah.
Insane. I could not picture myself having a kid right now. I could barely take care of myself. We're just getting back on our feet.
Yeah, right.
But I salute my parents. They did what they could with what they had. And, yeah.
It turned you into who you are now.
Yeah, I've learned a lot throughout it, you know. Dad was gone for a little bit of it. So I had to teach myself a couple of things, learn through other men.
Other individuals.
Yeah, other male figures. And, you know, my mom did her best being a mother and a father at the same time. You know, it's not easy at all.
Yeah.
I couldn't even put myself in her shoes.
And I can't even relate because, you know, I grew up on the same block, same road as you, you know what I'm saying?
Right down the road.
Known you for a little while now. Thankfully, I had both of, like, my parents in my life simultaneously, you know what I'm saying? And they taught me to be who I am now. Obviously, there's a lot of personal growth that I had to endure on my own, likewise with Scotty, but, you know, they gave me the template for it. They gave me the foundation, and a lot of my morals would not be my morals if I did not have those people in my life, especially my mom.
Amen.
My dad taught me a lot, but my mom has spit some real game to me before, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just about serious things, about funny things, about, like, telling me just, like, go with the flow. Don't be so uptight. Don't judge people because, you know, life does not come with a book.
Yeah.
It does not come with an instruction book, and everybody's learning. So, you know, that really stuck with me as I've grown up, and I hope that as this podcast goes on, you guys can start to understand that about us. And we don't want to give too much off the bat, but just a little background on us, because as the time goes, we're going to have a lot of people from high school, middle school, that, you know, we grew up with, and we saw their growth, they saw ours.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't want to expose too much because there's a couple times down the road that we're going to have to really put ourselves on the cutting board.
Yeah, you're really going to see
a
lot of stuff we learned. Not always the nice, great people, obviously, but not always the nicest, you know?
Yeah.
Some things in life make you act the way you do, but it's not who you are all the time. So,
And
you know, I'm glad these experiences have happened and helped shape us to where we're at right now.
Exactly.
Throughout guests coming, you know, we'll reveal more of ourselves as the time goes, because we also have a lot of experiences with these people. Like Key-Cam, bro, Kiani. Yo, man,
Key-Cam,
since high school, bro.
Bubba.
First upperclassman I ever hung out with and met that actually was like, yo, you're a cool individual, bro.
Yeah.
I met him in Spanish class.
And what's crazy is that was Scotty's first, you know what I'm saying, upperclassman, and Scotty and Bubba were my first upperclassmen, you know what I'm saying? So, and for those of you who do not know Bubba, you will come to see Bubba and you will meet Bubba, and Bubba's actual name is not Bubba.
Yeah.
But
that's Bubba.
That's Bubba, though. You know what I'm
If you
saying?
know, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
That's been my sandbox, man.
Yeah, for
I've
real.
known him since literally pre-K. I met him in pre-K along with Bicker. Shout out Bicker. I haven't talked to her in forever, but shout out Bicker. She went to the military doing her thing. Both of them I met in preschool.
Yeah.
And my mom and Vanti's mom
They've been friends for a while, right?
became best friends.
Yeah.
I used to live... Vonti lived here, there was a neighbor, and then I lived here, half a double, and I used to go to his house and after school, and his mom would watch me. It was the best thing ever. Like,
Yeah,
my
hell yeah.
babysitter was my best friend, and my best friend's mom. Like, it was just so dope.
Yeah. Shout out Stacks and Chef too.
Yeah.
You guys don't know who they are,
Sandbox.
but you'll soon realize that these people are great people.
We've known for a while.
Yeah, they've brought a lot to the table for us as individuals. They've helped us get through stuff. We've helped them get through stuff, and every time that I'm with them, it's nothing short of a good time, like being at table 55. You know what I'm saying? You know, this podcast it means a lot to us because not only are we doing this for, you know, our own personal reasonings, you know, and it's not even about having the clout or blowing up. It's kind of just, you know, we're doing it because we have fun with it. We think that we can bring a lot and say a lot and expose a lot to.
We know we can.
Yeah.
We
To
know we
everybody,
can.
you know what I mean? So
It's all a learning experience, bro. We just want to learn from everyone and you know, take this and take it as far as it can go.
yeah,
Maybe open up different avenues for other people as well as ourselves. Obviously, we're, you know, we do it for us, but we want to bring people with us.
yeah, we do it for us, but in the general plan of it, we're not really doing it for monetary reasons. Not doing it for no clout. We're not doing it for any of that. We're just doing it because there's a lot of people in our lives that we want to talk about, and we want you guys to know because, you know,
they deserve to be heard.
This life shit is not sweet. Shit is rough. And, you know, not a lot of people will sit down on a podcast and relate to the general public, whether you're 15 or you're 50. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to show you guys that even at our young age, like, we understand how this world works and we've come accustomed to it. And hopefully that through these next up and coming episodes and you really seeing us talk to these individuals and you hear their journeys as well, it really just shows you guys that, you know, we actually do know a little bit about life, even though we are young. Because we are young, but we are successful. We got a bar manager right here to my right. I'm also a bartender and a server. So,
we do it all.
Yeah, it's
we got a little bit of everything.
And it's not easy to get into those positions, especially at our ages.
You know, that is one of the things. Sorry to cut you off. That is one of the things, bro, that the restaurant industry is really great for. I feel like it teaches you one of the most rawest things about real life, and that is people and their personalities.
Yeah.
And learning that not everybody you're gonna like or is gonna get along with you or enjoy what you do. But at the end of the day, you taking those punches, rolling with them, understanding that
hearing
half
somebody
the time,
complain about fucking garlic aioli. Yeah,
it's not personal. Sometimes people are going through their own things, and you just happen to be that outlet that they take it out on, and you know.
And you have to learn how to understand that, you know, 9 times out of 10 when people come at you, it's not your fault. It's because they have, you know, their own things inside of them that they're not getting out or expressing. And, you know, sometimes the easiest way to let it out and express your frustration is through doing that to somebody else. And, you know, we never hold that against people. We've gotten used to it. I know I've only been working in the restaurant industry for about a little over a year now, and I've already gotten used to it. So I know he's used to it.
Been doing that for like 3 years.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Started off at Tacos y Tequila. Shout out them.
Yeah, that's where you first started bartending.
First serving job ever. They took a chance with me. Shout out Logan U.
Yeah.
He posted on his Snapchat story. It was like, yo, we need servers. I didn't have a job. I was like, sign me up, bro. He's like, come in. All right. That day, went in, signed the application, started working the next day because I am about my bread.
We are both about our bread.
So from there forth, learned how to serve people, learned how to bring drinks out, carry a tray, you know, just articulate myself in ways that people understand me. And mind you, I already have a very outgoing personality. It's not intentional. I just was born this way.
And it's only grown from there too.
Yeah. So I mean, now from serving to bartending, it's not the biggest jump, but there's definitely a learning curve there.
Yeah, there's differences.
Just because there's a lot more responsibility.
Yeah.
You know, and that also is one thing you learn from bartending is the little things. People really focus on the little things.
Like attention to detail.
Yeah.
Like people always think that because we work in a restaurant, it's not like a real job. But it's like at the end of the day, like as much as I can't go into your field of work and do what you're doing right off the bat as successful as you are, you can't come into our world and do that either. But the thing is, certain people don't allow themselves to think that. They just think that because we work in a restaurant, it's fucking sunshine and butterflies, and that's definitely not the case. Like, I remember I was at the gym the one time with Harp, and this one bull, I'm not going to say his name, this one bull, you know, he pulled up on us, and he was like, yeah, I just had a rough day. And mind you, before I worked in a restaurant, I was a foreman for a hardscaping company. So I understand that, like, field of work. And he was like, oh, I had a rough day, had to do paperwork, had to do this, that, and the third. And I was like, yeah, bro, I feel you. Like, last night was rough. I had to do I'm just giving him the rundown of what it is. And he was like, no, that doesn't even sound that bad. And I was just thinking to myself, I was like, if I threw you back there day one and told you to make a gentleman's fucking fig, you're going to look at me and be like, how the fuck is that even a drink? What is that? And you're going to be like, why is somebody drinking fig vodka?
Yeah.
You're going to be like, why are there cherries at the bottom of the thing? And you're going to mess up. And it's okay. Yeah. And I'm not going to hold that against somebody for thinking that it's easy because they don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, you can't carry that ignorance with you, because if you carry that ignorance with you, you're never going to learn anything.
No, not at all. You have to have an open mind, especially the fact that, I mean, bartending, you have to learn the drinks. You have to memorize. Like, I can't go.
And that's anything, honestly.
Anyone come up to me and I'm like, yo, let me get this. I'm not like, oh, let me. Okay, 3 lemons, ounce of, okay. No, that right there, you already just cut yourself, sold yourself short.
Yeah, you already fucked yourself
behind.
over. Now they're just going to look at you and they're going to start complaining.
He's
you're not doing this. You're not yeah, exactly. Stuff like that. So, you know, I just hope that people, like, understand that, like, the restaurant industry can be rough.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to really like put it in the perspective unless you actually work in it,
Yeah.
because time goes by really slow when you're in the restaurant. Like the last 2 months, right? From around like August, like beginning of August. So I would say what is that the last 3 months, like last 3 months.
Yeah.
Almost 4, it's felt like 3 years. Like restaurant time is so much, because especially like when you're indulged in the restaurant or you're indulged in any work, honestly, when you start to lose yourself in that,
Yeah.
time just goes slower because you only know what you're at and what you're around. And I remember I was talking to you about when that said individual had came back into my life, and we were sitting out there on the roof, and I was like, bro, it's only been 2 months, and you were like, bro, what?
Yeah, I completely
You're
forgot.
Like, what the fuck?
I thought
I'm
it was
that's crazy.
I thought it was like double that, triple that.
Exactly,
maybe.
but what's good though is that within those 2-3 months, like me and him and people around us, they've grown. It just seems like the people that are closest to us have grown, and it's a nice feeling.
It really is. It's only getting better.
Yeah,
It's only getting better. And I personally, I've seen your growth myself, like firsthand. I've been here with you,
and likewise too, bro. I've seen you, and shout out you too, because my growth definitely would have not been accomplished as quick and as thoroughly as it did if I did not have him in my corner. You know what I'm saying? Like those 2 months were a rough 2 months.
I told you, bro. You got me. Like
yeah.
I don't lie, bro.
Yeah.
If I got you, I got you, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
We don't do that.
We don't question shit. We don't. There's people in our lives now that are stuck in our lives, and I don't see them going anywhere. And this last 2 months taught me a lot, because as much as I've seen people grow with me, I've seen people not grow.
Yeah.
And we've had to remove them from our lives, whether they know it or not. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
You got to go through that stuff. Like especially like over the last, like from your time to now, and then from the last 2 months for me, it's like, I look back on it and I was like, wow, I really was kind of like childish, and I always thought like, no, I'm grown, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. No, like you're not until you can sit back and you can face problems and face adversity and be like, wow, I was in the wrong, or no, I wasn't in the wrong. And when you can decipher between those two, that's really when the growth happens.
Yeah, admitting is the first step.
Yeah.
Admitting to yourself, like, either you have a problem or you need to fix something. Once you can admit that to yourself, that's the beginning of growth. Now it's just carrying that along and genuinely caring for that.
Yeah, and caring for yourself too, because you can't love others and you can't grow yourself, like you can't grow with others if you don't grow by yourself and you love yourself.
Yeah, the first and foremost thing I could say to anybody out there who's going through a hard breakup or just losing someone important in their life,
yeah, male or female,
is
does not matter.
to understand yourself, your feelings, where you're at in life, and how you feel, and what to do with those feelings. Like, there's been plenty of times where I was like, this is my apartment, by the way. There's been plenty of times where I just paced this apartment, not knowing what to do with myself, and absolutely just distraught. And then eventually, like, all right, sit down, breathe. And my outlet is writing. I have this little journal here. I just write in it whenever I don't know what to do, say, or think. Just write and read it back to yourself. And then that right there on paper, you could see your growth day by day. And it really puts into perspective, like, how far you're coming and how far you've came.
And there's also, you have to find other outlets as well, like some outlets for myself that, help me, progress these last 2-3 months is meditation. Meditation helps
Big
a lot. Believing in your spirit and really going off that and allowing
Trusting
yourself
God.
to be vulnerable with the energies in the world and feeling what you feel and not questioning it.
Yeah.
And another thing is this podcast. Like, this podcast has been so fun, and it's crazy because like I said, the first episode was so raw and it was so fucking hilarious. There was so much going on. Chris, shout out Chris, man. He really carried, man, because at the start of it, we were like, we had a long ass day. We were working Garlic Fest from fucking 7 until 11, 12 at night. We're all tired. I can't speak for myself because I'm not drinking and I don't drink, but people were drinking, people were drunk,
Very much so.
When that podcast came to be and we're sitting there and there's a bunch of, alcohol ridden people around and everybody's having a good time still because they don't want
beautiful individuals. Honestly. There were some great people. Like, like Haley came back from Penn State. She had worked at Stoke, moved up there.
Shout out Haley. Haley is a fucking
character.
Yeah, dude, she's a character, and she's one of the funniest people I know. And that's crazy because sometimes and I know what you're gonna say, when I say this, but it's okay, and I don't mean it in a bad way, but it's really hard to find women that are funny. It is hard. Okay, I don't know many women that can make me laugh. There's only a select few.
Like, are genuinely funny and not like, you know what I mean?
I only know one individual that has like made me like crack up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and that comes with knowing yourself, because some of these females, whatever they do, I don't know, but when you know yourself, you can like joke around and just say things and do things and know what your intention is, and you don't have to question things in the room.
Yeah, but like I was saying though, that first podcast was so raw. It was a long day, and we were there until like fucking 3:00 in the morning. But to reel it back in now for this one and just start, you know, giving you guys a taste of us and, you know, why we're here, what we want to do.
Should we make a call?
Should we make a call?
I think a call needs to be made, guys. Red October in here.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Phillies.
Let's say, you know, for those of you who don't know what we're referring to, I think we're going to just give this one individual a call real quick. Let's see if he is currently ready to get a call. Let's send him a text real quick.
Let's just say the missing link.
Yeah, the missing
as
link.
of right now. Bro is on the move, and we are active. Muy actividad.
So, you know, while we're letting him take his time and respond to that, like I was saying, you know, that first podcast was very hectic. And, you know, I kind of wanted to do that first off. I wanted to allow us to just get exposed and honestly just, like, fuck up. Like, I want to fuck up. Like, I want to learn where our flaws are and where we're lacking in, and then where we're doing really good in. So the fact that the podcast went the way it did, with people being in it and talking really loud, even though you can't really hear them that much, you know, it was good because now you guys can kind of get a feel for where we're heading, where we want to be. And we're not limiting ourselves, like I've said before. Like, we're going to have stuff like this where it's just me, him, and then, you know, hopefully Harp whenever he's back and, you know, he's able to be here with us. But then there's also going to be times where it is going to be, you know, hectic. There's going to be multiple people coming on. There's going to be multiple personalities at once that you guys are all going to have to be like, wow, this is crazy.
This is going to be very flowy, dude.
Yeah.
Like, this one we wanted to bring Looch pointed out himself, he wanted to bring out a lot of structure to this.
Yeah.
So this is just to show you, like, you know, we got it in order. This is how we actually do things. We just
this is kind of like what the majority of them will be like. Like, I'm not gonna, like, you know, just sit there and allow like all that BS to happen. Like, we want to have, you know, like
sit down, buddy.
Yeah, like we want to have something that's like worth watching, and you guys can, you know, follow along with it and not get thrown off by everything going on. Especially with the first episode, there was just so much going on. And there's going to be a lot of funny edits in it as well. And like I've said before, we want those funny moments, and we want those real moments, and we want, you know, everything to be exposed so you guys can really get a feel for it, because at Table 55, anything happens. There is no rules.
Anything and anything will happen.
Like Chris said in the first episode, I'm pretty sure people have fucked in that booth.
Yeah.
That's a myth. I don't know if that's true. I'm not gonna listen. I just started working there at the beginning of this year. He don't know either. He's been there for like 2 years. I don't know. I mean, if they did, God bless. I hope the cameras didn't see it.
Tis a mystery.
Imagine, bro. Imagine if imagine if you're the fucking owner, right? You're looking back for the week, and you just see some fucking hairy butt cheeks. You're like, what the fuck is going on, bro?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. But, you know, hopefully that didn't happen, because I eat my food off that table.
Yeah, bro. That's pretty.
It's pretty gross.
Residue is not.
I know.
I would rather not. I'd rather not.
Because
I like to think I could eat off the tables are that clean, but I you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Sadly, you know, this special individual that we want to call has not answered me yet.
I think you should just call him.
You think we should just fucking give him a call?
I think so too.
Fuck it.
We're gonna hook it up real quick.
Yeah, let me just put this down.
Let's get a second here. This individual, you'll see him all the time.
And you guys will come to love him. And the episode for when he comes back is going to be a great one. So let's see if he answers.
There you go.
Yes, sir. You can hear it in the mics. It's funny as hell.
Ah, yes, brother. We must answer the phone.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on. If he doesn't answer, it's alright. We'll run it back another time.
Yeah, if he doesn't answer, it's okay.
Seems like he is busy.
I think he is busy.
I think he went to the gym.
He either went to the gym or he is
Preoccupied.
Yeah, he's preoccupied.
Busy man.
Yeah, busy man, and the person we're referring to is Harp. That man is currently where is he right now? Milwaukee.
I believe so.
And for those of you that don't really know, is Harp travels for work. That's why he's not here right now. He goes around the country, whether it's the West Coast, Mid Coast, East Coast, doesn't matter, and he fixes ATMs.
What a guy.
Sounds like a boring job, but he makes it look like it's the fucking best job in the world. I can't lie.
I mean, any job you really.
The ATM for.
Brother Moss.
Brother Moss has made his appearance. Yes, brother.
How
Hello.
did you know there was a third? I bet you did not.
Nobody knew.
Surprise, surprise.
I mean, they might know because of the fucking girls talking about him so much in the goddamn first podcast. I'm pretty sure.
I'm about to empty out the ATM.
I'm pretty sure Maggie was like, Thomas, please.
Show
Like,
yourself.
please, Thomas, come on camera.
Come in front of the camera.
And one of these days, you guys will have the privilege of seeing, meeting, and hearing Thomas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It'll be a good episode then. But until then,
The
don't
anticipation
worry
shall
about
build.
it. Don't fucking worry about it.
Yeah.
Just know he's here and he's fucking rocking.
Yeah.
Um,
Mr. Behind the Scenes.
So I kind of wanna, ask you something. When it came to like us starting this and us like, really like getting it going, like how were you feeling when I like made the Instagram page and you were like, saw the first post and you were like, well, what the fuck? Like this was just mad random. I remember I was still working for, Diamond Lawn and Landscapes, the hardscaping company.
Mm-hmm.
And I was fucking an hour away.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just do it. So I just fucking whipped up a little Instagram page real quick, threw some bullshit on there, gave us a little bio, and I was like, fuck it, let's throw a post on there just to get people like, indulged and like show them that like, all right, like we're actually like considering this. And I'm just curious, like what was going through your mind at that time?
When I saw like the Instagram page?
Yeah, like when you saw the Instagram page and I was sending it in our group chat and I was showing you like, yo, like let's do it. Fuck it, let's do it. Let's go for it.
I felt very motivated and very at peace.
Yeah.
At peace, just because I have always had a mindset where I feel like I'm sort of like an influence type individual. Like I need to be in front of a camera.
Yeah.
And for me to actually see someone as close as you are to me actually go for it and actually make it and see that, I'm like, okay, finally someone who's actually like serious. Like,
yeah,
I'm like,
because like,
I'm like, I found my tribe.
Yeah, with something like this, it's like you don't really know who's for it and who's not.
People talk, dude, and they don't do anything.
Yeah, like we hadn't even put out a fucking clip yet.
Yeah.
And I already knew and heard that people were just like, oh, these kids are out of their fucking mind. Like, they're out of their mind. Where are they going?
Who isn't?
Exactly, right? But it's
Who
like if you
isn't?
just live yourself with fucking boundaries, you're never going to achieve what you want to achieve. And that was my whole mindset behind starting it and throwing the Instagram page up there was, I'm not gonna be held back by society and other people's words. Like we have dreams, and I think that if you don't chase your dreams, then you're lost. Like you need to go after your dreams. You need to, don't let other people restrict you from what you want to do.
Dude, half the time people don't even know what they ate for breakfast yesterday, and you're gonna sit here and worry about the someone said about you.
Yeah, like sometimes people just like to talk just to talk. And what's crazy is, sometimes people talk mad shit and like to talk, but they won't put themselves in front of the camera to talk that shit.
Here we are.
Yeah, here we are. I will talk that shit. I'm not going to because some people just aren't worth it. You guys really aren't, but it's okay. We're gonna sit here and we're gonna keep doing what we're doing because, we love it.
We're indulging ourselves in this. We mean this. Like Luch said in the beginning, we desire to be an outlet for certain people and hopefully inspire someone out there who deserves to be noticed and deserves to be heard. I hope that we can help somebody get through a hardest time of their life.
Yeah.
Or even
because you're not alone.
You're not
alone. Start that business,
oh my
bro.
Goodness.
Make that Instagram page. Start that business. Go for it, bro. Fuck that. Don't allow other people, whether they're your friends, family, enemies, does not matter. Do not allow them to restrict you. Because if you have a dream and the only person you need really is yourself.
Yeah. As long as you believe.
But when you have people around you like we do, it makes it a lot easier. But don't allow, your incapability of maybe having those people around you because they're just not in the mindset that you are to restrict yourself. Like, fuck that. Just go for it, dude.
Yeah.
Or girl. Whoever, whatever you want to do. Start that makeup page. Start that YouTube channel. Post those clips on TikTok. Fuck it. Who cares? Just do it.
Listen, bad publicity is still publicity.
Exactly.
And if you see something that you don't like to see, or someone says something that you don't like,
Yeah.
take that and run with it. Be like, okay, maybe I could be better in this. But no matter what, as we said earlier, from learning in the restaurant industry, half of the things people say aren't personal.
No.
A lot of it is a reflection of their own mindset because they are lost or they don't know how to present themselves, speak.
Yeah, they don't.
So they
don't
do
know
it
how
in a
to,
negative
They
way.
don't know how to jumble their ideas and then put them on paper or put them in, a dialogue
Yes.
to where they can express themselves.
So it becomes negativity.
Yeah.
And therefore, that's not for you to take personally.
No.
That's for you to grow with
Yep.
and understand deeper in yourself. That also reflects you. How do you react when someone says something
Yeah,
negative?
that's a big thing.
That-
Before we
yeah.
get into that though,
Yeah.
when I asked you like, what was like your mindset behind it? I'm asking you because I knew my mindset behind it, and my mindset behind it was I know that the people that want to be involved in this want to do it,
Yeah.
but they just don't know when to start it, where to start at, and how to go about it.
Yeah.
So I was just like, fuck it, I'm going to take the initiative. I'm going to be the one that kind of, sets it up for us, kind of gives us a little game plan to roll with. And then from there, we can just, bounce ideas off one another and get it rolling.
Yeah.
And that's what it's been doing. That's where it's been going. And since that Instagram page, we've made nothing but serious progress.
Yeah.
Serious progress. Like, for those of you that do not know, because you wouldn't know this, Friday morning, we had linked up with a friend of ours, Prince J.
And it is currently October 23rd. So that Friday.
Yep. So it was what, the 20th? 20th?
Yes,
Yeah,
the
20th.
Yeah.
I had like a brain fart right there.
Yeah. I can't math.
So the 20th.
That's why we're podcasting.
Yeah, exactly. And in that day, we were with him for probably like what?
6 hours? 5
Yeah,
hours?
yeah,
6 hours?
5-6
That's
hours.
what, it was like 11 to
Yeah, it was like 11 to like
12.
3:30. Yeah, 11 to 3:30, so it was like 5 hours. And in those 5 hours, there was so much that happened. So much.
Made
So
a
much that
whole
you guys are
song.
going to be super excited to see. It made a whole intro
Well,
song.
they're going to see it. It's going to be the intro.
Yeah, you're
so
right.
you
Like-
already saw it at this point.
Yeah.
So we made the whole intro. We made the
I was-
intro song and the intro.
Yeah, we're recording this one a little before the first one goes out, so you know what I'm saying. So it's a little hard to like, not express it in the way that like they don't know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you guys will see it, and a lot of progress was made that day, and that's exactly what we're trying to do. We're trying to just keep making progress and keep pushing it because I took the initiative. I made the page. I got me, him, and our man Thomas and Harp. We got all connected, and we're through this podcast, I've gotten closer with Thomas. I've gotten closer with Scott. I've gotten closer with Harp. It's just been a great time, and we needed that oomph, that start. Because once I started it, like we were talking about it, and maybe we weren't really too invested or we didn't really know. But as soon as I started it and you guys saw it, you were like, "Whoa, this is dope! Let's do it." Fuck it.
So with that truly motivated me. That truly helped me understand how serious you were about it. Because I'm serious about whatever as long as someone else is serious about it. And that's the cool thing that Thomas introduced to me when I first met him. He said, "I have the blueprint for this. I just need the faces. Like I can do this."
Mm-hmm.
But I just need someone and I always know I can be on camera. You could record me doing anything. I'll pretty much do it.
Yeah.
So for Looch, that day I was at work to see that Instagram, follow you Table 55. I'm like, oh yeah, we doing this.
Yeah.
I knew we were, but now I'm like, okay, we locked in.
And since then, the progress just like with our mindsets has been crazy. Like at the start, like we were very like wishy-washy, like when it came to us like sitting down and doing it. But ever since we actually recorded that first podcast and we were just like, fuck it, let's just do it. Since then, we've been putting in nothing but time and effort.
Yeah, work, double, triple overtime.
It's felt great. It's like whenever you like if you're having a bad day, or if I'm having a bad day, or if Thomas got something on his mind, Harp got something on his mind, like we just know that we can collectively get together and lose ourselves in this. And when we lose ourselves in this, no matter what mindset we're in, it just that goes to show that we're gonna have a lot of good stuff coming from it because we're putting in our all.
Yeah.
And especially like I love, I don't love being in a bad mindset, but when I'm in a bad mindset and I get to Thomas's house or I get to here and we just start losing ourselves and talking, throwing ideas, editing, whatever it may be, it feels like, we're putting in like 100% of like our minds and our heart into it. And, if you do that, there's
not much you can't do.
Yeah, there's not much that you cannot do, and there's not much that you cannot achieve.
Yeah, one of the best things.
One thing for me, I remember the day for me that I realized you were serious, because people always talk mad shit like, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna do this. When you showed up with all the equipment, I was like, oh shit, this motherfucker's serious.
Yeah.
On Garlic Fest?
Because I didn't want to like, when you asked me to help, I didn't want to waste my time really.
Yeah.
Like, I got a lot of shit going on.
Oh hell yeah.
But when you showed up with all the equipment that day, and I was like,
Pulled up with a box.
Oh wait, he bought all this shit. Like, he's
Yeah,
serious.
dude. And like I knew that like when I bought that equipment, cause like obviously like this equipment that we're using is not cheap equipment. So like when I put in that money and I brought it and I showed him, and like we looked into the pod track when we came here. What was it, like a day after that?
Yo, that day was so fun.
And we were just sitting here watching the videos on it, and we actually started like fucking around with it. It felt great.
Yeah.
It really did. It felt great because it was like, now we're all fucking locked in. Like,
Yeah.
we're all serious about this, especially even Harp, because, when we started doing this, Harp was here and he was talking with us and throwing ideas, but he wasn't like here for us, like using the equipment, testing it out, having the headset on.
He's on the road.
Yeah, getting used to it. So he was on the road, but even though he was on the road, he would tap in with us multiple times asking like, yo, what are you guys doing? He even sent us a logo idea.
Yeah.
While we were sending logo ideas, and we fucking pulled the Easton PA off of it. I was like, yo, that's badass. Let's put that there.
He was just on the road doing his ATM thing, another state, and he was like, yo, I was messing around with CapCut or something, and he was like, here.
Yeah, I forget what it was, but he just sent it, and it was actually like the logo that he sent, really, it was dope. Like, I did like it.
Yeah.
But we had already had the one that we have now, and that one is just, we all agreed that one's sick. That's badass.
It resembles a table, bro.
Yeah, and it felt even better because we were the ones that made it. Like, we were the people that made, like, no, but we didn't like pay somebody to make it. We didn't fucking get it offline somewhere like a pre-made. No, we like sat down and put in the time and made it, and it's a good feeling because a lot of people love it.
Same with the intro.
Yeah, likewise with the intro.
When
like
we
just,
sat with Prince Jay.
Yeah, just sitting there watching it.
Oh my goodness. And Prince Jay is an amazing, talented artist and individual as a whole. And shout out the whole Royalty Studios.
Yeah, shout out Joel, shout out Monty. And it's not just music either, like that they're really talented at.
They're
like,
artists.
Yeah, they're artists, whether it comes to videography, photography, music videos, like it does not matter, like anything that involves
logos,
logos, intro videos, any aspect of content creation, they're all very talented in.
Yeah, and they're willing to help. They're always willing to help and put on, and that's amazing, dude. Like we need that more in the world. Too many people are scared to help other people, and without other people's help, you can't go anywhere.
You're not gonna get nowhere, bro.
Look at what you did. He came up to me one day. He brought this to my house. He was like, he pulled up on me with the package. Was like, yo, I got it, bro. And then showed me all the equipment, and I was like, wow, you're really serious.
And back to what Tom was saying, he said he knew I was serious when I brought it over. I was like, when I told him that I got the equipment, I was actually kind of worried that like he thought like maybe I just got some rinky dink shit, like two or three little ass mics and like a fucking like box like yay big that we could only fit like a fucking 64 gigabyte SD card in.
Yeah.
And then I fucking brought that, and the possibilities just started flowing, bro.
Oh my goodness.
Like, he brought up an idea about going out into the circle and maybe not even just shooting a podcast. Like, maybe just, like, sitting there and just shooting the shit for a little bit and just be like, yo, like, just some random-ass guy, random-ass couple, like, yo, come here real quick. And just be like, how do you guys feel about da-da-da? Just some stupid-ass question, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and we could even walk around with it. Like, we could have it right there in the circle and start, and then we could just go walk. Like, let me show you my city.
Yeah,
let you guys see the city.
Yeah, exactly. It gives a whole different aspect of it, and hopefully, I'm gonna leave this for you guys. Would you guys be interested in seeing us go around and not only doing podcast stuff, but like other, going out and interacting with the public? Maybe, I don't know, like a sub series. You know what I'm saying? I forget what we were gonna call it because we were talking about that, but a little sub series where maybe it's not
for the streets.
Yeah, for the streets.
For the streets.
Yes, for the streets.
Yes.
And just, like, would you guys be interested in seeing us go out and maybe us recording, whether it's with the pod track or not, just us recording us being out and just either clowning or going through something, like, semi-serious, like,
We'll just talk to the people.
Yeah, just being indulged in everybody else, because as much as we want to, have it be us and have Hart be here and Thomas, just us four, you know what I mean? We want other people to be involved, too. We want to show that, like, the public is, especially around here, the public is a beautiful group of people.
Yeah, there's
also
amazing
crazy. There's a lot of crazies around here too, but it's a good thing.
Yeah, I love it though. There's a lot of talent in Easton. There's so many different small businesses and people trying different things that.
Whoa, sorry about that.
Yeah, my apologies.
I don't know what happened there.
People trying different things, doing different things like chalkboard. Y'all got to see Chalkboard. We're gonna talk to Tom.
Yeah, facts.
Not Tomas, but Tom.
Tom
is dope.
Yeah,
Also
my man got the fucking Peaky Blinders haircut.
Yeah,
What a lad.
what a laddie. And then the motherfucker. Wait, hold up. The motherfucker.
That slick back ass hair.
Fucking blinders. And then, dude, there's so many different restaurants around here. Every restaurant has its own vibe.
We're hoping actually, like, because we know a lot of people in these restaurants, we're hoping to take the podcast to a restaurant, especially the restaurant I bartend at, Sete Luna. That restaurant's been around for a while. It's one of the oldest I wouldn't say one of the oldest, but definitely a really well-established restaurant in Easton. Like,
and
a lot
beautiful.
of people know it. Yeah,
it's so beautiful. Their outdoor is amazing.
And shout out yesterday at Sete Luna. Shout out my man Ray. I can't wait to work with you, my man. You were a fucking character, and I loved every second of sitting there talking with you. For you, I didn't really like to tell you, but my man Ray that I met yesterday at Sete Luna, we were sitting there. He came back with this one guy. His name was Anthony as well. Shout out Anthony. They were some badass dudes, man. And I remember I made them a drink. He wasn't upset, but he was like, I made him a Bloody Mary, and I used the pre-made Bloody Mary mix, and he was like, can you just put tomato juice in it with the vodka? I was like, yeah, I got you. He was like, do you have horseradish? And I was like, no, not on me. He was like, fuck. I started cracking up.
It said not on me.
But what I was getting to though is I was sitting there and I was like just doing my thing behind the bar, you know, fixing up, cleaning the shit, making drinks for the tickets, and I heard him start talking about he was doing a podcast. And you know, I as a bartender, you know, if you hear your customers, hey Fern,
there's my cat.
I don't know if you guys heard Fern, but
what you doing, girl?
Come here,
mamas.
Come here.
Come on up. Come on, mama. Oh, the sweetheart.
But as I was saying, Ray was sitting there talking with his wife and Anthony's wife or girlfriend, whatever it was, and he was talking about how he was starting a podcast as well, and he like was very interested in it. So I sat there and I started talking to him. He was like, and he started questioning me. He was like, and I knew what he was doing because I felt it from him. Like he just seemed like one of those guys. Yo, Fern.
Shawty gets rowdy. My apologies.
Nah, it's good. But I was asking him. I was like,
she wants to be in the pod. Welcome, Fern.
Or he was asking me. Sorry,
Fern. Do you have any words? Nice.
He was asking me. He was like, "So what are you doing it for?" And I knew he knew that I wasn't gonna give him the answer that he was like not expecting, but he knew I wasn't gonna give him an answer that a 21-year-old trying to start a podcast was gonna give him. You know what I'm saying? Like me and him really related to one another because I literally explained. I was like, I'm 21 years old and I personally feel like I'm a successful individual. Like I feel like I'm at a point in my life where not many other people can say that they've gotten to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially mentally, physically, like does not matter.
The growth is
and
real.
We started chopping it up along those lines, and he was like, yeah, I want to start a podcast. He said he's having a building built for it as well, like a whole building for it.
Oh,
so
wow.
I was like, when he said that, I was like, where the hell is this guy from? He was an Italian guy, kind of like an Italian mobster kind vibe, you know what I'm saying? And I was talking to him, he was like, yeah, I just want to have artists of different kind, whether it's music, actors, actresses, art, like legitimate artists that paint, draw, whatever it is. And, you know, I just want to kind of expose them because I have a very good foundation for a podcast. And he asked me, he was like, have you ever watched The Sopranos, like the TV show? And I was like, well, I started watching it. Like I didn't get way through. He was like, how do you feel about it? And I was like, I mean, honestly, I don't know how true to the legitimate story it is. I know it's telling a story about that mob in Newark and how that all went down. And he was like, you want to know what's crazy? And I was like, what's up? He was like, I was on The Sopranos.
Wow.
He was an actor on The Sopranos.
Wow.
For he was in a couple episodes, like maybe 5 or 6.
Oh.
For seasons 2, 3, or 2, 4, and 5 actually.
Did he tell you about his character? Like,
no, he didn't. But I meant to look him up, but work was crazy yesterday, so I didn't have a chance. But when he said that, I was like, wow, dude, that's badass. And he actually respected me because he said that usually when he tells people that, they start fangirling.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, okay. Like, and they'll start asking him mad questions. But I was like, nah, like, I'm just interested to hear, like, what it was like.
Yeah.
And he started telling me that. And then after that, he was like, you know, give me a call after the new year and let's work together. And I was like, dude, I'd be more than happy to do that. So hopefully, you know, when this new year comes and, you know, we start to get our foot in the door for this podcast stuff, we can reach out to my man, Ray. I do have his phone number. And we can start sitting down and talking with him because he was a great guy. He was a genuine guy. I knew that he was there, and he really did support. He supported the podcast. He was like, when you're doing it for the right reasons, if it just feels better. When you're not doing it for that bullshit, it just feels way better, and you're gonna be way more successful than the people that are just playing their part in this world nowadays. High five.
She agrees. Fine, the intuitive kitteth.
Yes, brother.
Yes, for Sister Fine understands. She says she agrees.
She's about to lay here with us.
Yeah, 5 with 55.
Yes, sir. Shout out Ray. It was a great interaction, and it just goes to show you that you can meet a lot of great people down here, especially people that care.
Yeah.
And it was nothing short of just a really genuine experience.
That's amazing, bro.
Get your ass out of my face, Furnace. Please. Thank you.
Yes, girl. Lay down in the sun. Get your bathe on.
Burning, brother. Yes.
Let's see here. I want to look at this a little bit because I got some notes here that we can that I've written in the past or looked at. So we got some affirmations here.
Always write down affirmations. Writing down affirmations.
One thing I really like I said, I like to write. So
yeah, bro. It's a healthy way to express yourself. Get things off your mind. You know what I'm saying?
I wrote a nice poem here. I don't know if I want to read it. I've posted it before, but it's a little personal.
Nah, you ain't gotta read it. Like I said, we don't have to, expose ourselves fully.
Yeah.
As the time goes, that's a badass drawing.
Thank you. It's a little.
Oh,
rough.
that was
sketch.
Yeah, that was your tattoo idea, right?
Yeah. So it didn't even start off as a tattoo idea. I'm gonna show you guys. It's a little rough, but it was just me writing just because I was really in tune at the moment. I think I had just got done meditating, and I was just very in tune with my spiritual side and all my ancestors and spirit animals. So just drew a little bit here. It's a little rough drawing, but I enjoy it very much. Got a Native American because I do have some Native American blood in me. Got a raven here because I relate to a raven. They're very intellectual and very how do you say, self-reliable?
That's how you say it, self-reliable.
Okay, yeah. All right. And then we got a wolf here because wolves
self-sufficient.
Self-sufficient, yes. Thank you, brother boss. In the clutch. And then we also have a wolf here because they say a wolf works best in a pack, but can also work very well alone. And that's how I feel I am. I feel like I work very well.
The lone wolf.
With people.
The lone wolf.
But I can go get my own damn meal.
I'll go get my own meat. Pause.
Oh, fast forward, brother. I joke. All right, let's go back to this. I don't want to keep looking at that because there's not much there. It's a lot of personal stuff we'll get to eventually down the road.
So I want to kind of talk about also who we got coming up, right? Because we got a couple people that want to come up, and an idea that I spitballed to Thomas the other day when we were talking about getting my man Terry on for the next guest was, I kind of want to see if we can tap in with wherever he does his professional wrestling stuff at, and see if we can do the podcast in the fucking ring. That would be badass, right?
Ring 55.
Ring 55, brother. Yes, that would be cool, right? If we could sit in the ring and bring a table there, whether it's there or we can just grab one and just fucking bring it with us and sit there and just shoot the shit with him and really because he has a cool ass story, and I'm not gonna get into it because he'll get into it, but he has a cool ass story, and it's really dope to see because as a freshman, playing football with him and watching him grow and become a really good football player, especially just watching him when I was younger too.
We went to school with him, by the way.
Yeah, and for those of you that don't know, I know Scott said Easton area high school earlier, but
did I?
Yeah, we just grew up in Easton, specifically Wilson, and we went to Wilson.
I started off in Easton when I was a young bull.
Went
to Wilson after that.
Yeah,
went to Wilson.
Yeah, we went to Wilson. So a lot of the people that you'll see are from Wilson.
Yeah, they're doing their own thing. That's also what we refer to as the platform that we want to be, because they are doing such great things and deserve to be heard, amplified.
Shout out to everybody from Wilson that is content creating, like my man Connor. He's doing Connor Dooley. Shout out him. I want to have him on. He's doing he's trying to start up a review page for movies and video games.
Ooh, yeah.
And I really respect him when he does that stuff because he has a really open mindset and he indulges himself in a lot of games, a lot of movies, and his opinions are pretty spot on too. Whenever I've watched him do his interviews and stuff like that, he's I see him do, or not interviews, I see him do the reviews, and then I'll go and I'll invest my time into watching the movie or playing the game, and it's okay, yeah, I can see where he's coming from, and 9 times out of 10 he's fucking spot on. That's just another that's 2 people that I would like to have on soon. Another person I want to have on, like I said earlier, is Mike, a walking bucket. That man has a lot of knowledge to spit, and his clothing is fucking ridiculous. That Kobe shirt that he made,
Yeah.
And then was it mellow shorts?
I kind of want to go grab the shirt.
I know, I do too. Those
Let me-
was it mellow shorts that he made?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah.
mellow shorts. Yeah, those were badass too.
Yeah, I just went to his shop the other day.
yeah.
I was checking it out, showing my brother. You want to grab the shorts? They're in the middle left drawer. Just a Kobe shirt. Might be hard to find, but it's in there. I got a bunch of clothes.
I thought you meant like go buy it. I didn't know that you actually had it.
I have the Kobe shirt.
Oh, that's badass.
The quality is insane. This is true Easton vintage, I like to say. Oh, here we go.
Hell yeah, that thing is
Oh
badass.
my goodness. Here, let me set the mic up. All right, let me set the mic up. 1 second.
I knew what to look for because I already know what it looked like.
Yeah. All right.
That
here
hit
we
me in the
are.
head.
Ah, yes, brother. A walking bucket. Smells nice and fresh, just in my laundry. All right, here we go. This is the last of the large. This was actually the prototype. So this wasn't. This one that he gave me was the first one that he made.
Oh,
so
really?
the very first one.
That's
yeah.
badass.
It's different material than the other ones that he got.
Oh, okay.
So, shout out Kobe.
Badass, man.
There we go.
Badass,
People
man.
want to see
Hell yeah. And there's what's up?
He's still my favorite.
Kobe definitely, and there's more to Kobe than just Kobe. For me at least, he had definitely saved me at a point in my life. What's so funny? But yeah, so Kobe at one point in my life, I felt really down and just like out of it, and it was a very depressing time in my life. And then I eventually had come across Kobe more. Like I started looking into him and seeing like the Mamba mentality and like reading into it and how he looks at things. Shout out my Virgos, yo, because he's a Virgo.
Yeah,
shout out
to
my Virgos.
Shout out
I don't
Thomas.
know what it is about Virgos, but I just resonate with. They just know how to talk to me, help me. So I read about it and I started adapting that mindset into my life, and ever since it's just been beautiful and great.
And shout out Mike, man. He brought that shit to life. All his clothing is some badass clothing. Hell yeah, post that shit up real quick.
Right there, baby. I'm gonna pick this mic
But
up.
yeah, I know Terry. I want to have Terry on soon. I want to have Mike on
It's getting hot in here.
just a little bit.
Toasty, toasty, puppy.
But yeah, I don't know who else we should have on soon. Thomas, should we have you on soon?
That one should
needs
be
a build up. Brother.
Yeah, I feel like
needs a
that one we
build-up.
should record and just keep in the vault for a little bit. That's gonna be a gem. It's
Nah,
gonna
we
be a gem.
need more. We need more times with like different people being like.
We should get more stoke.
You haven't mentioned any women
What about women?
coming on, like as a guest.
What women do we want on here? We got a couple ideas. I
I'm
mean,
gonna start off with a fire, like the most fire.
a banger.
Olga.
Cut it.
Oh, go.
Fuck.
Oh, go.
Oh, go.
Like, tell that kid to shut the fuck up. That shit is crazy.
Yo, that shit was OD, bro. I literally was like fucking standing there and I was just like, did she just fucking tell that little ass kid to shut? That little kid was a badass, though. He was a badass, bro. He went into the bathroom and literally trashed that shit.
Oh, no. He
Trashed
deserves to be
that
told
shit,
to
bro.
shut up.
Yeah,
then.
that little kid went into the bathroom and trashed shit, bro. And he was sitting at the door by the kitchen and he was like, hey, what's up? That's what he said. And I was like, yeah, what's up, buddy? Are you okay? Like, where are your parents at? He was like, you want to see something cool? And I was like, no, not at all. And I just walked away. And he just sat there and he was like this, bro. I swear to God, he was just standing. He was like, just staring at me, bro. I was like, what the fuck is this kid doing, bro? I was like, nah, dude, this shit is crazy.
Nah, bro. How old did he look? Was he like
Bro,
young?
this kid, I don't know, bro. He looked like he was fucking 8, and then he looked like he was like a mix of like 8 and 12, bro. I don't know. Like, I couldn't tell. It was confusing.
The kid couldn't decide his age.
And this was before Olga told him to shut the fuck up. So when she told him to shut the fuck up, I was like, yeah, fuck that kid.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, kid. With your fucking looking ass.
Yeah, bro. He was mad stiff. Like a fucking chalkboard.
Oh, my
Got
God.
a trench coat on.
Hey, yo.
Ain't
Kid's
no way we're
wild.
shit talking a 12-year-old, though.
Nah, fuck that kid. No, okay.
Nah, that was good.
I
though.
hope his
and then
parents-
to see Olga come back when we're doing the first podcast, and she was just way better, and she was like so emotional with all you guys. It was great because like she really did miss all of us, and it was
Yeah.
great to see her.
She's
even
an
though
OG.
even though I had to walk her out the restaurant, you know, she had a little bit too much to drink, but it's okay.
So did we all. But
Besides
not,
myself.
not that much.
I drank water, brother.
Ah, yes.
I remember I had to say that.
The
I was
nectar
like,
of life.
remember I had to say that in the first one. I was like, by the way, this is water.
Yeah. Bro
Because
got-
for those of you that do not know, I had sadly got in a DUI.
Bro's got a pending case.
Back in May. But, you know, since then has been progress and nothing but growth, so I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? It was good. It taught me a lot. And there's
Welcome.
Fern again.
Welcome back, sister.
Or like the shot video at Rivals.
Oh, yeah, the shot video. So what we're talking about, guys, is maybe we'll let's throw it up on the what's it called? Whatever
Just
we
a
get.
clip real quick,
Yeah,
right
throw
here.
the clip up. Everybody was at Rivals and they were taking shots, and like I'm fucking sitting there stone cold, like I'm not doing nothing. Everybody's fucked up, and I'm just like with my hand in the air. I'm like, oh, it was great. It was so funny.
Any words, Fern? She does not speak. She got nervous. She's camera shy. You were just talking all that,
Just
all
a
that.
tad.
And now you just want to be quiet. Yo, this cat is lovely, bruh. The story, yo, I want to tell the story how I got Fern.
Go ahead.
That's dope. So, went to the SPCA, right? With my ex. Dope ass time. Looking at animals. We love the animals. And I'm looking at these cats because there ain't no way I'm moving into my own place without an animal, bro. I've grown up my whole life with animals.
Yeah.
Animals are just a part of my life, and I'm connected with them. So, going around, we're in one room because we requested to see this specific cat. So we're there the whole time, and I'm not really vibing with these cats because they're all like rowdy cats, and I'm like, you know, I like to get rowdy, but I need a chill cat. Like I need something that's matches my mellow and crazy when crazy.
Yeah.
So we go through that, and I'm just like, oh, like I don't know, like, and then turns out they have a second room with a whole plethora of other cats, and they didn't tell us till like 20 minutes at the end. They're like, oh, I thought you wanted to see that cat. I'm like, no, bitch, I want to see whatever. So I go in there, and oh my god, bro, mad cats, beautiful cats. I'm like, yo, I cannot pick one. And I'm like, bro, this is crazy. And I had like two that I wanted, and I was like, I don't really vibe with them. So like, I'm like, all right, we'll come back. And I'm leaving, and me personally, like, I can't, if I vibe with the cat, it'll be our first impression. I don't need to come back and meet the cat. You know what I mean? If I like the cat, then at first I will know.
Yeah, you grabbing that motherfucker.
Yeah, like I'm gonna know if I like the cat and the cat's meant to be with me. Like I'm not gonna
that's
have
what
to.
happened. You were like,
Yeah.
nah, give me that one.
Yeah, so we leave. We're about to leave, and I'm like, bro, there's no way. There's like not a cat in there. That like, I'm like, let me go up to the stage because they had like an outdoor section where
Yeah,
the cats
yeah.
can sit outside in a
Mhm.
cage. And I'm like, let me go up to them again. And I go up there, and I'm just like petting the cat that I saw. His name was like Mr. Jakey or something like that. And he was like, bro, it was like an exotic cat, big ass head, white tail, and like a marble body. It was It was weird, but a beautiful cat nonetheless. Then I'm like, this cat's okay. And I see this one here, Miss Fern. I'm going to put a photo. I have a bunch of photos of her when I first met her. We can put some up there. I'll send them. And I'm just like petting her. And I'm like, yeah, she's fucking amazing, dude. This cat's amazing.
Chilling.
I love this cat.
Yeah, just relaxing.
She's like expanding her claws and
Yeah.
she's vibing with me. And I'm
Comfortable.
like, yeah. And then like I was like, oh, but I like this other cat. And I start petting her. And she's like, she smacks the cat right in the head. And I'm like, yeah, this is my cat.
She smacked the other cat.
Yeah.
She was like, nah, fuck that cat.
She's like, not as my owner, yo.
Yeah,
my-
she's tight. She
my
was,
dad.
she was fucking jealous. Look at her.
So I'm like sitting there and
She's
I'm
getting
like,
tight right now because you're bringing that fucking cat up.
She's
Jealous ass
like-
cat.
she's like, yeah, she is jealous. She loves me. But I was like, yo, this one's got to be the one.
Mhm.
Like I told my ex, I was like, yo, this is the one. Like we got to go in there. So I go back in. I'm like, yo, like I know you guys like have scheduled times and everything, but like I just went and said hi to this cat outside, and I need to go like make sure that this is the right one. So I go back in and I see the cat. I'm like, yeah, let me get one-on-one with them. Sure enough, she was a little nervous, as she should be, because you know, new people. She had kittens at one point, got them taken away from
She's
her.
a mama?
Yeah,
For real?
yeah.
How old is she?
They don't know her age or anything about her, which is really weird. Like they don't know where they found her. Like they just know she had kittens, and then after that she got fixed. The kittens got taken away from her
Damn, bro.
at birth, so she never. Yeah,
Damn.
yeah, it's really sad. So
Poor Fern.
they didn't really know. They said she's about like 1.5, I believe it was. So now she's about 2, terrible 2s,
Damn.
smacking shit.
She got rowdy out the womb.
Yeah, bro. So like, I got the one-on-one with her, and sure enough, I was just like, yeah, she's the one. Like I just knew.
And that's dope, bro, because Fern's a dope ass cat, bro.
Yeah,
She be
bro.
chilling.
When I
Dope
knew, I
ass
knew.
cat.
Like, I know that. Like it's the same with like relationships. Like, if you know like someone's gonna be there, like sometimes you don't know when people are gonna come back in your life or like be there like off first impressions.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to something like an animal living with me, like you should know right away if the animal vibes with you or not.
Yeah.
So it was a beautiful thing, and ever since she's just been amazing. She's been amazing. So I'm happy that we got each other.
Yeah. That's dope, bro. Because living in an apartment by yourself can be fucking... I mean, I don't do it, but I mean, it's just... Sometimes you can get lost in your head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So having even just another presence here is definitely a good time. Definitely
Yeah.
helps a lot. Especially when you're going through something, you feel me?
Yeah, and cats are very intuitive, bro. I've never like I was more of a dog guy, I used to say.
I still
Or a
am,
dog
and I
person.
have a cat.
Yeah. I'm
Shout
always
out
a
Willow.
dog. I was
Shout out
born a
Willow.
dog, so yeah, shout out Willow.
You say you were born a dog?
Yeah. So always have that dog side.
Bitch,
to me,
I'm
you
a
know what
dog
saying?
roof.
That's just my little bark because I don't want to blow your ears up.
He's like...
Yeah,
that was
but-
bad. That was terrible.
Yo.
Holy
I
shit.
always had that dog in me. So yeah, I love dogs, but I got a cat and now I'm like a big cat dad, and I wear that shit proudly. I do
Oh, yeah.
not care because Fern's a cat dog. I can't lie. She's crazy.
Cat dog.
Kiddo.
Like cat
Boop
dog.
boop bing ba boop 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 boop. Hey yo. Hey yo.
Shout out apostrophe too.
Yeah. Shout out apostrophe. Shout out Willow. Willow
Is
the
that
big
your
OG.
cat? That's your cat's name, Thomas? Apostrophe?
Apostrophe S. Apostrophe S.
Holy shit. So, like, yo, what's crazy is when you're, like, describing her toys, you have to be like, this is apostrophe S. Yo, that's crazy as fuck. It's mad trippy.
Yeah. That shit is
That's
wild.
dope. One thing I'm, like, most excited for, I think, back to, like, having other people on, you know, whether it's a male or a female, I'm excited to, like, travel. I'm really excited to like take the pod track. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's called, the pod track. Take it outside and like go places that are not like just inside the restaurant or, you know what I'm saying, your apartment or Thomas's whenever we get over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really excited because there's people that are at like colleges per se that like want to be on it. Like Chef, he wants to be on it. And I know that Chef and Stacks will both be on that when we go out to Bloomsburg. It's gonna be a good time.
I'm so hyped for
I know Haley Maggie and Becky wanna be guests on it as well. Thomas was bringing up having girls on it.
some lovely women.
So we're gonna go out to Penn State hopefully one of these times and get it going out there. I eventually want to try and go to like Florida because I want to tap in with the boy Johnny
And Ethan.
and Ethan. Yeah, dude, shout out Ethan, man. Ethan's a
Ethan.
dope ass dude, bro. He's one of the most like. He got so like big on social media, but when you talk to him, you would not know that.
I had no idea when I first met him.
Exactly.
Like it was
that's-
just off the rip. And he's
Yeah.
younger than me and
yeah, he's
you.
younger than me too.
both
He's
of us.
fucking like what,
I think
19?
he's-
18, 19?
Now he's 20.
He was 20?
He's 20
Dude,
now.
yeah, that's fucking crazy.
And this man is
And
living
bro,
lavish.
Yeah, he's living lavish and he doesn't fucking flex it.
He's so humble.
Dude, really down to earth.
I have him on all social medias, dude. He rarely ever posts.
Yeah.
Rarely. He'll post like something cool every now and then, but like that's how you know, bro.
What
lives in
what
real life.
does he do like on social media? Like what is his like niche that he like?
I haven't spoke to him in a little bit. I genuinely
We'll
forget.
we'll tap. Well, whenever we go down there and we have him
Yeah.
on, we'll start to tap.
that
we'll
week,
tap in.
that
with
week, bro. When I went there,
Yeah.
that week was just a movie.
Yeah, I know
It
it was. He
was-
said it was at Kiki on the river.
Yeah, bro. Kiki
that was
on
a
the
good
river.
time.
We got a whole yacht.
Hell yeah.
Yacht party was so wild.
Yeah, dude, that looked like it was a lot of fun. I was
Popping
jealous.
champagne.
I was really jealous.
Nah, don't be jealous. You gonna be there. We
Yeah.
gonna have our own yacht.
Yeah,
we
going
have
to
a table 55
yacht party. You know what I'm saying?
yacht 55,
Yacht
gang.
55,
Yacht
I'm
55.
saying.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I want to go to Florida, and then I also want to. We were talking about going to fucking when Harp is out on the road, right?
Yeah, yeah.
When Harp's out
Fly
on the
out
road,
to him.
fly out to wherever he is and do a podcast somewhere, and be like, whether it's like I don't know, in his hotel room or
And
we
then
like go
we can
somewhere
stay
like
there for a
nice.
little.
Yeah, and then we can make a trip out of it, and hopefully, like I was asking you guys earlier, if you would be interested in seeing like more than just a podcast, like just us being out and traveling, maybe a vlog or two, you know, whatever
Oh my
it may
goodness.
be.
And you know when you go out like out of your hometown,
Yeah,
like you're more interested
like
in
I'm more-
interacting with people
like
because
I'm-
no one knows you.
Yeah, exactly, and it's just way easier to just be
And,
like,
yeah, and
just
me,
let it rock. Just
I
let it
don't
flow.
care.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
I'll be
Even
like-
around here, I don't really
Yeah.
care too much.
Yeah, I really don't either. But it's just like it's more enticing.
Mm-hmm.
You want to knock anything else over? Still no words, Furnace. She is sunbathing.
Yeah.
Watch, she's gonna have so
I'm
much
excited.
energy.
I'm excited. Yeah, she will have a lot of fucking energy. But I'm so excited for it, dude. There's a lot that's gonna happen. There's a lot that's in store, and it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah.
It really is.
Oh yeah.
Big booty.
Bitches.
Yeah. They hit me
Big
up.
booty bitches in the land, yeah.
Goddamn, we love them.
So
So we're gonna do current events right now. Just some random events going on.
yeah, bro. You
Some
want to know
topics.
what's crazy to me is I saw a fucking I saw a thing on Instagram the other day, and I've been seeing it on Instagram for a while about how these fucking Swifties are getting so turned
Oh.
because of
Start it. All right,
I've
we're
been
going.
seeing this thing with the Swifties are getting so turned, and everybody that is like involved with Taylor Swift is now like involved with football, and they don't even know football really. They're just like, wow, Taylor Swift is dating a fucking football player. This is dope. I saw a stat on Instagram actually saying that this man, before she came to the games, he would average like 40 something yards, like 45 yards, and then I saw a stat that it said when she's in attendance, this man racks up like close to 100 yards a game. And I'm just like, first of all, how the hell is that even a stat? It just shows you like how fucking invested people are in somebody's personal life, and it's just like they're trying to make these little ass comparisons, and it's just crazy to me because like that man will go for 100 yards per game regardless. In my opinion, I think he's one of the better tight ends in the league. So just for them to like have that fucking, you know, like stat line up and like present to people, and the same thing with like because of him being with her, his jersey sold.
So I agree. That is a wild stat. And also, I'm not even a big football person. Like, I'm just recently getting into it. I like basketball more.
Mhm.
But, yo, shout out to him for, you know, his girl motivating him.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty dope. I also think that first of all, I hear a lot of people recently comparing Taylor Swift to, like, Michael Jackson and, like, saying, like, yeah, I've heard people say, like, she's bigger than a lot of like really high like Michael Jackson and like I forget who, but they said something about her being like up there with them, and I'm just like, yo, bro, like Swiffers, calm down, like y'all don't really got it like that, you know what I'm saying? Like or Swifties, sorry, whatever.
It was,
fucking
yeah. It was like
it's
yeah,
insane
right.
how like you can literally go to dating a football player, and plus they use her in NFL commercials. Like, I'm not getting hyped at Taylor Swift watching football. I'm not like, Romeo, save me somewhere. Like, when I'm turning up the football, I'm like, football, yeah.
Yeah. What's even crazier though is the fact that I saw at the football games that they have these like AI robot people there nowadays that are like fucking sitting there and they're just all creepy and they're just mad stiff. They're like, nyeh, nyeh. And it's just like that's crazy as fuck. But what's also crazy is I was also on Instagram the other day, and there was an ad that popped up where they AI generated a guy that looked like fucking Patrick Mahomes and gave him mad tattoos, and he was starting to, like we were talking about with Taylor Swift, he started to like push like Chiefs agenda and like all that type of shit, like. And it's just crazy to me how like far that it's come, especially with those memes that you see where it's like they're generating the fucking cartoon characters and they're making fucking jokes out of them.
Yeah.
It's just like 5 years ago, I never thought that would be a thing. Like everybody's always talked about it, but now that like we're seeing it and we're growing up with it now, it's like it's actually kind of scary.
It is.
But at the same time, it's actually kind of dope too, because as much as it could potentially hurt, it could actually do a lot of good. So
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully it's only used for good. And especially with in regards to like AI and robots, I saw in Florida the government dropped manufactured mosquitoes.
Wow. That's actually quite insane. I think that the AI situation it could be very beneficial. Obviously, people are going to use it to push their own shit.
Yeah.
I think it's wild with AI because I saw a thing with Lil Mabu and Christian Rock, and they had fucking, I think it was an AI thing. They had like put a fucking tattoo that said Mabu's pussy on her right above her thing, and that shit is wild. And Lil Mabu is now like, so the AI thing is wild. I don't even know what's going on because
Isn't Lil Mabu like fucking 18 fresh?
yeah, bro, we ride around with the blick. You crazy? I can't do that. One and two, this AI thing is gonna. Y'all gotta watch out for these females. Because this AI thing is gonna give them this whole new mindset that, oh man, I'm gonna make my titties bigger. Or their booty or some shit.
Yeah.
It's like, bitch, you flatty like them Swiffers. Sorry, but AI, it's dope. I like all the SpongeBob and Patrick fucking soundtracks that they make remixes.
Oh hell yeah.
They're so funny.
Yeah, dude,
they're
they're fucking
so funny.
hilarious, dude. Oh my gosh, and on track with like music and stuff. I can't lie. Drake's new album had just came out like what, a month ago?
I'd say
Month ago or so?
it came out October.
Did it?
October 8th.
Oh. Personally, I think the album's good. Honestly, there was a lot of things said in the album that really like resonated with me, and a lot of things that were like
Whoa.
not resonated with me in the fact that like I like totally agree with them and that's like what I'm trying to do, but there's a lot that like I just took a deeper meaning to it, and there's some bangers on there.
Yeah.
I'm a fan. I think the album's a great album. I have a good time listening to it. Shout out this one lyric. It was like it was from Drew Picasso. I don't know, something about my man Steez. Something about my man Steve. I forget how it went, but it's like Steve saying that you miss me. I won't say it to you, but I miss you more. You know what I'm saying, shout out that lyric for real. It was it's a good lyric, and that's a good song. That's probably my favorite song on the album.
Yeah.
It's a banger. Another one that's good on the album is well, Pluto do for that. So I
That song's great, yo.
That's like crazy.
That album, for me, I feel like it's a very playful album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He even has his son featured on that, Adonis, and his son is what, like
Shot him in daylight.
Shut Up in Daylight. A very questionable song, very fire though. I can't lie.
Very questionable.
If you're just going to turn up, that is definitely a great album. Obviously, it has some very lyrical art. You know, it's Drake.
Yeah,
He
a lot of
knows how to
punchlines.
speak to you in a way that you'll listen and you'll feel what he's saying. For all the dogs, you know what I'm saying? We dogs out here. And Drake got it. He always will. His message, the way he delivers things is just so impactful. You have to listen. I really like the turn up songs, me personally.
Yeah.
Another Late Night is crazy. Another Late Night with my bitch. And I hate to even cut out my bitch. That shit's fire.
Yeah.
Dope song. What's the other song that I really enjoy?
And even though like it's for all the dogs,
Fear of Heights.
You don't gotta be a dog to, you know what I'm saying, like the
appreciate the
album.
art,
Yeah,
because
that's
there's a
what I'm
lot
saying.
of great songs and the art style is pretty dope. I like the album cover. His son drew it. I like how he's involving his kid more, giving him more of a platform
Yeah.
to like build his own self up.
And like just because it's for all the dogs, it doesn't mean you have to take it in like a woman perspective either. Just
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
But what's even crazier that at the same time that album was dropped, they started to fuck that parking garage up over on fucking
Ferry? No, it's not Ferry.
not Ferry, whatever fucking road.
I don't know
that
what
is.
street that is. Right in front of Mesa.
Yeah, right in front of Mesa, and
Restaurant.
it's crazy because
Third and Ferry's right there, so it's
yeah,
3rd Street.
Yeah. So right before that, like just seeing so much getting done there's so much construction and shit going down in the city, and it really shows that like the city is growing into a way better place than it used to be previously, and I love it because they just closed down the Standard and One Center Square. They're about to put in, what is it, apartments or hotels with like a cigar lounge and just
hotels,
make it a
cigar
lot fancier. They already redid the Circle, which took a little while, but now it's beautiful. It's way easier to drive in. And I'm super excited because I don't even know what they're going to put where that parking garage is. I don't even know what they're going to put there, but I'm excited to see what's there.
Yeah.
I really am. And the city is just keeps going up. There's still more money to be had, more progress to be made. And we're just going to captivate that through this podcast.
Yeah.
And hopefully that everybody that watches can see the growth.
Yeah, I feel like in regards to that parking garage being knocked down, I see our growth along with it.
Mhm.
Like as the city's growing, I feel ourselves growing along with it. Because our city's finally starting to be who it is, what it is, and in that same sense, you know, we got a hotel on the corner with a rooftop restaurant, which is Zest 2 from Bethlehem. That's going to be called Time, which is really cool. They got a big clock there.
Really? Oh, that's badass.
Yeah, bro. And then we got the like you said, the cigar lounge with hotel in
Mhm.
front of Stoke.
Mhm.
Right next to that is going to be another restaurant with a rooftop restaurant
Oh,
and
that's
bar.
badass.
Where that parking garage is getting knocked down is going to be apartments. They're
Might
gonna have
have
a
to
pool.
invest.
They're gonna have a pool on the 2nd floor, and there's gonna be shopping centers apparently right below it. So Easton, New York, you know, Times Square.
Yo,
Times Square, New
we
York.
might have to invest in those apartments together, brother, if they big enough. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
mind you, we
Get a
are
little studio.
Yeah, when we start getting up there, we are an hour away from New York. So big things to come to the city.
Yup.
I'm proud to be here. I'm from here.
And shout out Easton, man. Shout out Easton. Shout out Drake's album. Shout out the AI. And I mean, Shout out to Swifties. We
Yeah.
I'm feeling 22.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm definitely gonna bump that on my 22nd
Yeah, I
birthday
ain't
for
gonna
sure.
lie. I was singing that on my
Nah,
stories.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
yeah.
Like, we got love for y'all. We got love for the Swifties. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all, y'all been around.
You know, with
T-Swift.
that being said, though, Scotty, this episode I think is coming to an end. You know, hopefully through this episode, the audience can see, you know, what this means to us. They can feel it, and you know, it's just I hope they're excited because there's a lot of things that are going to happen, and there's a lot of things that we want to happen, and you know, with time, all of those will come, and it'll all unfold in front of our eyes, and then gladly the audience
yours as well.
Exactly. In front of
Hopefully
your guys.
you guys can grow with us as we grow along. We really intend for good in this podcast. We intend for you guys to grow with us, witness us grow, and experience life with us. Hopefully see life through another lens and maybe put in a perspective for you.
Yes, sir. So, you know, with that being said, this is Table 55. And until next time, peace and prosperity.
Nobody taking the time. Nobody taking my time. How you ain't spending a dime? We here with Table 55, huh? Nobody taking the time. Nobody taking my time. How you ain't spending a dime? We here with
Back breaker. Yeah. Back breaker.
Damn.
Back breaker.
Took that bitch.
Yeah. Check maker. Check maker.
Damn.
Yeah. Back breaker. Check maker.
Hey, he said check maker, spending money like it's loose paper.
Yeah.
Got bitches, I fuck them, tell them till they make it. I don't give a fuck. I spend it so much that I get to
Talking shit and I'ma checkmate him.
checkmate.
Yeah.
T-Moss in this bitch, really spitting, really getting written bars.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I'm from Mars.
Damn.
Mad money.
Damn.
Spend it long, spend it far.
Yeah.
She dig.
Yeah.
She on my guitar.
Yeah, pulling up to the bar, getting frisky. It's getting risky, getting litty. About to sell some titties.
Yeah, they big. Double D's, double free.
Yeah.
Got a bitch.
Yeah.
She sneezed, bless me.
Yeah, bless me. Got on gray tees, white tees, black tees. All we know is tees.
Yeah.
Teed up, big M's. All I know is mills.
Yeah.
All I know is mills. All I know is 100 bills.
Yeah, spend it up. I don't even like the bills. Yeah, I'm Steelers. I got bitches and they riding in a brand new wheeler.
Yeah.
I just bought it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just on it.
Yeah, I'll just on it. Finna go and start it. Yeah.
I'm just